Hello and welcome to a white box untesting. You see, I've been sent this. It's a blank box with little description. On the one side here it says Huawei, but not much else. But of course you know exactly what we're testing here. It's the Huawei P Smart S, or as it's known in some regions, the Y8P. Yes, it may be a blank box that they've sent me. It's been a bit taped over here, but we know what's inside and I'm excited to open it up, see what exactly comes inside the box, and then spend a bit of time taking a quick glance at what it offers. So first things first, taking a look at the box itself. Pretty white, basic, nondescript here with the labeling, but there's your Huawei branding over at the back, and there's a couple of specs over on the one side here. It says it's got RAM of 4 gigabytes, it's got 128 gigs built-in ROM for memory, and otherwise it's a single SIM version. So let's open the box and see what actually comes inside here. Very typically on top you're greeted with the device itself, and as you can see straight away with its 6.3-inch OLED display, it's a very crisp looking black unobtrusive image with a little Dewdrop style notch. Very slick to look at, feels nice in hands. I love this color that it's come in, this particular one they've sent me. It's got this gradiated blue, looks very neat and nifty. Over on the back you get your camera bump here with your LED flash as well as 3 lenses. Over on the front, of course, your forward facing camera. On the bottom, a single firing speaker, USB Type-C port, as well as your SIM pin tray on the one side, 3.5mm audio jack, and power volume keys on the other. Very typical, neat and stylish looking image. But also in the box we get an additional little piece of packaging here. This includes, which I quite like to see, a simply molded soft case for the phone just to protect it straight out of the packaging. You get, of course, a SIM pin ejection tool as well as some instructional cards. If we throw that aside, you're getting your USB Type-C cable, a fairly lengthy cable, which is nice to see, as well as a pair of simple in-ear white earphones, and you get a wall charge brick. Throwing all of this aside, let's take a quick glance around the device using it and see what it's like when spending a bit of time with it. With a very neat looking image in the hand, the device sports a 6.3-inch display here. It's an OLED style 1080p display, and it looks very neat and crisp in person. It's got good color accuracy and vibrance, bright even here in more direct sunlight. In terms of overall the operating system and the features, the Huawei is powered by a Kirin 710F chipset. It's got 4 gigs of RAM, as well as this one's got 128 gigs of built-in memory. It's running on Huawei's EMUI. It's version 10.1.0 out of the box. Of course it'll be due to some updates and upgrades which will come a long time, but what's also neat with this phone is you find, apart from the EMUI, which is quite a neat operating system, it's got Huawei's app gallery, which will offer a lot in the way of apps. They're constantly being updated and upgraded. You can of course still access your Google type applications, some of them through web browsing such as Google's Calendar or Gmail or Google Maps, so it is still usable. Obviously that's one of the talking points always with recent Huawei products, but you do have access to that, as well as a lot coming in through App Gallery. Apart from this, it's got Android version 10 out of the box, and you find that it feels very smooth and neat to use in the hand. The big one we need to also speak about is this, the 3 camera bump over at the back. It's a 48 megapixel primary focusing shooter here with a low light setting in aperture, which makes for great night shots, super night photography. You also find with a triple camera bump you got a wide angle as well as a depth sensor, and it makes for some great and interesting photography. You also find that the phone supports a 16 megapixel forward facing shooter, and that does a great job of overall enhancing the subject and putting in for some neat photography features. With a lot of built-in shooting modes such as Pro Mode and Night Painting Mode, HDR time-lapse, high resolution, as well as its support of high-grade video and premium stability. This quick glance around the device just shows me one thing with this Huawei P Smart S. It is a premium looking phone which comes in various colors, neat in the hand, very nice size, and it really sports a 6.3-inch display really well. Thanks to the rounded corners, it's easy to hold, and priced here in South Africa below 6,000 Rand, it also makes a very strong case for itself in terms of being great value for money. From me, Jason of TechnoBok, until next time, I'll see you guys soon. Cheers for now.